Hola muchachos, muchachas. Hello, I'm here with Mr. Yejin from Myanmar.
Yes.
Who are you, Mr. Yejin?
Right. My name is Kyaw Ye YINT. Right now I'm studying in the Assumption University.
So we are here in Assumption University. We meet here, Yejin and me, and we were doing a few works together. So we are going to know a little bit who is Yejin, and we are going to know a little bit about the country and why he's studying architecture.
Okay.
And what more you can tell us? How do you think architecture? How do you feel? Are you nervous?
No.
Maybe you
I'm
can
fine.
a bit closer, no? Don't go from the frame of the camera.
What I feel of architecture, I think it's amazing. It's an amazing thing to study. What I really like is like the things we do every day, like the projects. Even though it's like the process is repetitive, but what I feel is like different projects. So it's like the things are changing. So like I think it's the best job of what I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have actually Yejin has a lot of passion. Maybe you can talk a bit louder also. Huh?
Okay.
Okay, we have here the microphone, but can we talk a bit louder? Okay, but Yejin, before you come with the architecture, because I know that you really passionate, he really love architecture. You're from Myanmar, right?
Yes.
Can you tell me from which city from Myanmar and something about Myanmar? I don't know anything about Myanmar. Can you introduce me your country? Can you let me know what it's about?
Yeah. Myanmar. I'm from the middle of Myanmar, like the central part. It's called a town called Mandalay.
Mandalay.
Yes. So Myanmar, yeah, some people they wouldn't know where it is, but you have to relate it to Thailand sometimes, like Thailand, what's of Thailand.
You mean like it's a province of Thailand?
No, it's not a
I don't
province
think
of
so.
Thailand. Yeah, but it's a country. But the thing is, like, if you talk like I'm from Myanmar, like people don't really know where it is, like geographically. So you relate it to Thailand is what's of Thailand. Yeah, but sometimes
Actually,
people still don't know.
I had to say one thing. In my country, your country is very famous because in the 80s there was one music band, pop music band, very famous. That the name was Burmese Target. If I translate directly, in Spanish language is Objetivo Birmania. So then there is a very popular song from the 80s that you type Objetivo Birmania and then you will find that song and it's talking about your country. But I mean, I can read later the lyric, but it's just not talking about the history of your country, but they use the name in the chart and then everybody repeat that song for so many years and still is popular. You can for the parties you can put no, but you are saying that you are from Mandalay.
Yes.
Mandalay is one city that you and other people from Myanmar were talking to me last year, and I started to be really fascinated. So I want to know more about that city. Can you tell me why Mandalay? Why the name of the Mandalay? How is the urban grid of that city? Can you tell something about? Or maybe I know more than you, or what?
Mandalay, I think it's not that long ago built. That city is like newly built capital, like during the last kings. It's only like 150 years old. But
150 years old.
Yeah, there's so many cities like older than Mandalay in Myanmar, but so Mandalay is the last capital. So what I know about is like when they built the capital, there is like they choose the land that is like really flat so that they can do something purely geometric shapes. So they start with the palace and then they do the grids for the urban area, the city area. So and also like what I know is like they use the French. They have contact with the French.
Uh-huh.
So they also use the grid system. That's what they learned from the Western countries. So they integrated.
They integrated. And then when you are talking about the geometry of the city of Mandalay, what do you mean by that? The geometry of the French, the European city, or another hidden geometry that is in the city center?
The city center, actually, it is the palace.
It's the palace.
The palace is the city center. Because like what I can say that because I have looked at a lot of the cities that how they built around the country. Usually like they built by the terrain. But Mandalay is very different from those things because they choose the flat land and they try to build the palace like the exact square shape.
In a square shape.
Yes.
And the Y square.
That's kind of hard to say though.
Oh, really?
Square. Yeah. Maybe because of some parts of the their like religious beliefs.
Okay,
Yeah,
that
can
is
be. And also another
interesting.
thing is about can be because of the defense
Yeah.
measures. That's what they're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because I hear that Mandala is something similar. Is there any relation between the
Yeah.
Mandala and the city or what?
It can be though, because even the people who live in Mandalay, they don't really know what it means though. The Mandalay, the name is. There are like so many stories of Mandalay, like where the name came from. Yeah, one story can be from the mandala.
The mandala, no?
Yeah.
Because I saw that the layout of the palace, if you take the layout of the palace, the different pavilions, it looks like it's the drawing of one mandala, no? So there is a relation between the origin of the city, the mandala, and Mandalay as a name, no?
Yes.
I shared this thing, and I saw that there is something there, some story there, no? Maybe you need to check a little bit this background.
Yeah, because like they have one ideology about that. Because like the king, the center of the country, but what they also believe is the center of the art. But with the modern science, maybe like anywhere you located on the art can be pointed directly to the center of the art. But what they believe is that place is the center of the art. So that's what they built. And then for this city, they trying to achieve like the fully measure of the pure geometry.
The pure geometry, that is, there is some relation between the cosmology,
Yes,
the
this
cosmos,
cosmology, yes.
the universe, and then the
Yes.
center is the center point that is linked to the cosmos, no?
Yes.
I really want to go to visit because when I was in Myanmar, I visited just Yangon and Bagan,
Oh, Bagan, yes.
and Old Bagan, New Bagan. And that's it. And then Mandalay, I couldn't go because we went there like 6-7 days, and then there was not enough time for that. And then Mandalay is in the waiting list, no, in the pending list to visit cities to visit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should visit. It's a nice town.
And how is because I hear many different ethnics, many different people from in Myanmar living all together. Can you explain me how is this situation, political situation? Can you explain me for like a Myanmar for dummies, for people who is not really aware? What is Myanmar?
I think for that perspective, is like people are gonna have different point of view though. But this is my point of view.
So you share your point of view. You have any problem to share your your point of view? Are you afraid?
No. It is not like that. But it's like what I see is like it's a nice, beautiful country with a lot of diversity inside. But the thing, what I see is like we don't really, how to say, like we don't really embrace that diversity. Like some of the ethnics is fighting with the others, and they trying to like, let's say, like eliminate some of it. That's what we are doing right now, that the country is doing right now. So it's like maybe what they think is like, from the point of view they think is correct, but they have to be open up and see like what is happening around, and how can we embrace the diversity. Yeah.
Because how many when some people from Myanmar came to me, they explained me that there are different ethnics.
Yeah,
How
different
many
ethnics
are in?
is a lot. Let's say like we have like 8 main ethnic groups, like majority, a lot of people, but in the list, like they are like some small groups, and the totally like the officially approved is 135 ethnic groups.
135.
Yeah.
And the majority, we can count 8, 9.
Yeah, around 8.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I believe that when you are working on your thesis, are you doing something from your country, from Myanmar, or to try to integrate?
Yeah, for my thesis, yes, I'm trying to do something related to my country.
To your country.
And also strongly related to the religions, the Buddhism.
Oh, the religion and the Buddhism. Yes. That is an interesting topic. A few weeks ago, I talked to you about there is a very famous book in the West that is called 1984, where the writer spent years in your country.
Yes.
And then when he back to UK or along other location, I mean, he wrote that book, 1984. And when I check from where coming this story, I mean, it's very related about how the politicians treat the society of Myanmar, and then he tried just to write what he saw in your country in a certain way, no? Are you aware about that book, or did you find it already and it's in your list for reading?
No, I already checked that book. Yeah.
You checked already?
I read some of the chapters already, but I see like the context he created, it is like the war periods in London, maybe in England, but it's like more like a reflection of what is happening in my country. It's like exactly the same. The model that's what he trying to describe. It's like it's more like reading about your country, but in a different version. Yeah. Maybe when I was reading, what I think is like maybe those people learn from this book how to control these people.
Yeah, because I mean, it's look like when you read the biography of him, he highlight different moments about how is the experience that he has there in your country, no? But anyway, I hope you can read the book and then maybe you give another version, no? Since you are from inside Myanmar, and then maybe later you tell me some feedback, okay, about your opinion. Okay, so any place that we can visit in your country, if we go to your country?
Yeah, there's a lot.
Maybe you can a bit closer, no? Because you are a bit out from the...
this side, yes.
Okay. So, any place that we can recommend it from your country or the people to visit?
There's a lot of places to visit. It's
like, let's say people go, let's say holidays 2 weeks. How they can spend that time in your country? What they should visit? What is a must?
I think that is like for your holiday. Maybe like it depends on your theme. You can have different themes for your holidays. Like maybe like you love nature, that we have a lot of nature too, like mountains and seas. Also, like you can also go to some of the snow-capped mountains on the northern regions too.
Then let's say I buy one ticket. I believe that I will enter per Yangon city. So how many days do I need to be in Yangon to see Yangon? And what are the things that I really need to see, to feel that I am to say that I have been in Yangon?
I think for Yangon, maybe like 3 days.
3 days
enough? Be enough. I think it's more than enough.
And then what should I visit? in
You
Yangon?
can visit some of the historical sites that's like very, very important for the establishment of the city itself.
For example,
And for example, like the Shwedagon, and also maybe
that is the main pagoda.
yeah, that is the main pagoda. It is more like a landmark of
Okay.
Myanmar. And
Which is the one that I use to put in the background for this postcard. I put you, and then in the background is that pagoda. Yes.
yeah, and then maybe you can go to like usually like for the attraction points are mostly marked that those like religious is related to religions. Is integrated with the religious sites. So maybe like another thing you can visit to the Sule Pagoda too. There's another pagoda, but I quite impressed of that pagoda. The location is like in the middle of the street.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's more like a roundabout. Yeah, and next to that you can visit to some of the places like the that's you can see the architecture of the like the colonial styles. That's how the colonial era influenced the Yangon. So around that area, just walk around. It will be like quite a fascinating experience.
Okay. And then from Yangon, we go another place.
Yeah, from Yangon, maybe you can go into the deeper into the country, the upper, so you can stop in Bagan, the
Bagan.
historic town.
I love it.
Yeah.
When I visit that place, I really love it. But what do we see there? Can you tell to the people?
What can we
Bagan.
see is like it's an old town filled with like a lot of religious temples, stupas, everything related to the religious structures.
Actually, you talk about religious. The main religion.
The main religion in Myanmar is the Buddhism.
Buddhism.
Yes.
Okay. Then we are in Bagan, and a lot of temples.
Yes, a lot of temples. So
Pagodas.
a lot of temples, and like what I see personally is like this is more like a peak of our country in terms of the architecture. Yeah, but sadly it's like 900 years ago. That is a peak, not now. Yeah, so you can see a lot like how they explore in terms of the building skills, the construction, the structures, and also the architecture values. That's what they're seeking for. But from that, or what I see is like the decline in that field. It's like just decline all the way today.
So then there is no more relevant architecture in your country that we can see that this is Burmese, this is from this land? Only that period in Bagan, or we can find something else?
I think that period is stronger because maybe the material they use, it lasts longer. The bricks, they use the bricks. Because like usually the Burmese, the architecture, like for the livings and the palaces, what they use is like wood, timber. So it's just temporary. Or another thing is like if they move the city from one place to another, they just move everything. So the traces.
You mean they dismantle,
dismantle
the timber temples, and then they move
they move to another place.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So then you guys are specialists in all this
it's more like
or
nomads. They just move from place to place. Like when the capital moves, everyone moves. You move your house, or you build a new thing because it's just built with timbers or bamboo.
Oh, really? That's it's interesting, no?
Yeah.
And then that means that the people is moving from one city to another city. How many capitals along the history of Myanmar? Because now it's Yangon, right?
Yeah.
No, now it's actually
not Yangon. Now it's Naypyidaw. The famous ghost town. No one there.
This is another concept. The new capital is born and is already considered a ghost town.
Yes.
So, but it's the new city, but it's already a ghost town. Why? What is this? What happened? No people living there.
Uh,
What is the situation?
I think it's like one thing is we can see is like from the urban point of view, the problems. Another thing is the propaganda.
The propaganda.
Yeah,
Can you explain this thing? I mean,
because like
one country decide to do the new capital city,
yes,
then they move all the government office
Yes,
to that
yes.
new city,
yes,
but the society, the people, call that city as a god city, mean that no one is living, no one is willing to move in the new capital city. Are you saying this thing or what?
yes, yes, yes. People are not willing to move there, but we all know this project like they're building a new capital.
And then what's the problem? Why the people is not moving there? The people on the government, they don't want the real people to be in that city, or what
I
is this?
I think that is part of the design. The design, what they did, is more like a defensive town than the living city.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because like the roads, what they build is like more like car centric, like 12-lane big roads, but there is no use of it.
So then we have streets with 12,
Yeah,
12 lines for
12,
car.
12 lanes for cars.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more like
no
Yeah, but-
pedestrian friendly.
yeah, but no pedestrian friendly. Yeah, that is one point too.
Also because there are no blocks, residential block for the people to live. Or what?
They have the blocks, like they trying to create some suburbs area for the people. But those blocks are usually like the center of those government offices. It's like an office and their living quarters, office and living quarters.
So the people that is living there is the people, the government officers.
Yes,
So
and
then
they
there
are
are not the
families.
common people. The common
Yes.
people is not living there.
Yes, it's more like that.
So then is there are schools there is for the officers of the government.
Yes, yes, they have schools.
So then we have elites. We have different.
Yeah, it's more like a hierarchy in
Hierarchy,
the
no?
in the socials.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
So then the people that is there is like people. I won't say that is upper than others, no, but that is on the top, no. I won't say that it is the people on the top, no, but it's like they create one city, as you said, defensive,
Yes.
and then no one can go there and penetrate. And if I want to have a restaurant there, I cannot go there to open a restaurant and live there, or
No, actually, you can
because I
open.
am a common people.
Yeah, you can open a restaurant though, but it's gonna be difficult for you. So that difficulty is something that stop you to going there. And so
Okay.
that's more like a psychological created for you. So it's like you stop going there. It's like I think for now it will be more difficult to go there because like you have to pass through a lot of checkpoints and those things that is like people don't want to do, don't want to go. So
Okay. So then this is a defensive city. Can you then define that urban concept of what is a defending city, no?
what
Because
I
maybe we can, what is the name of the city again?
city is Nebido.
Nebido.
Nebido
comma, the defensive city, no? Or how do we can go?
It can really say that it's called the defense, can be called the defensive city, but the name of Nebido mean itself, it just means capital.
Capital.
Yeah, the
Oh.
capital city. Yeah, what I think is like it's coincide the ideas like what I know from those the Japanese. The Japanese like they have that kind like during the war periods, the lords, it's like they have to send their families to the capital. It's like a captives in the capital. It's like you revolve the if you're trying to revolve the lord, then your family is in their hand. It's something I think that's kind of the core idea. So it's like you are a high ranking officer and you got a house in Nebido and your family live there. but you are somewhere appointed, not in Naypyidaw, but maybe farther in the
Oh.
north or south or wherever it is, but your family is there.
The family is there.
Yeah, it's more like a captive town.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's like the higher you gain rank, yeah, then your family go there.
Mm.
Yeah, it's more like that.
Okay. Do you see yourself one day living there?
No, I don't think
Is,
so.
is this your dream? Is it your dream or you don't want?
It's more like a haunted cities. I don't want to live there. It's
You
like
don't
I
want to live.
prefer a small town with liveliness. It's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe a small village will be enough though.
Small villages. Okay, okay. Okay, let's go to very interesting, no? This idea, no? Now we meet in Thailand, no? What are you doing here in Thailand? Why are you here in Thailand?
Yeah,
Not studying in another place.
Right now I'm studying architecture in Thailand. Yeah.
You want to study architecture since you were a kid?
Yeah, maybe like during like grade 5 in class, like I already know the term, the architect. Yeah, because like we in our language we call it like bituka. Bituka. That's the equal,
the meaning.
The same meaning as the architect.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but it's like I just know the word, but I don't really know the meaning of it. What is the role of an architect? What do they do? I just really don't know during that time, because like there's a problem in my country. It's like they, it's like if you say people architect, it's like they don't know what is an architect. Yeah, they think it's the same as the role as the engineers. It's like we build and they build, and sometimes the role mix up, and then people confuse like, wait, engineers also build and you guys also build, and what is the difference?
And now we know the difference. You know already the difference. Can you explain to the people what is the difference between one architect and one engineer?
What I think of the architect, the term architects is, it's mean the chief builder. Is more like is the main guy that's who control this whole project in terms of the design and not only in design, is in terms of every aspect. So it's like what I think is like this modern idea is like we split the brains into parts. Maybe like during the time of Renaissance, those builder itself, the architect itself, and they also the engineers, they figure out how this structure is going to work, and they built like in the Florence cathedrals and those things. But nowadays, like we split the roles. Like the engineers, what they do is like they only focus on the problem solving of the structural things. But we also know that part, like generally, but we focus on the designs and the comforts, and more like we focus on the livable things. I think that would be very obvious to explain if we explain with like a plan, because like I see a lot of buildings like design, let's say design, the plan drawing is made by the engineers and the architects. If you put them together and compare it, like you're going to see it. Which one is like livable and which one is like just barely minimum. Yeah. Because like their way of thinking and our way of thinking is quite different. We think from the human perspective, but what they think of is like they just think of the structural perspective. So whatever they do, they're gonna start to maybe like put a grid first, and then just make a wall and create it into walls. That's ends there.
How is the relation in your country between the architects and the engineer? Is there any relation or there is no relation?
The relation,
something, or you guys?
Yeah, it's always have that. It's always
work together, or how?
It's always have that conflict, like maybe their egos, their pride. Yeah, because like we praise engineers a lot, and now it's like the role of the architects is like disappeared. Some people don't even know. If like sometimes like I go back and I tell some people like I'm studying architecture in Thailand, and they would ask me like, why don't you study engineering? They even like look at me like I'm crazy. That I tell them, yeah, I'm crazy. That's why I studied this thing. Yeah, it's so hard to like explain to them to.
Actually, when I was studying, there is this competency, between architects and engineers. Okay, but when I start to work, I found that you are in a big company, and then you are working closely with engineers. So I found that when you are designing, a conversation with the engineer make your building more outstanding. And also, I feel much more confident in terms of the structure because I can think something ambitious, something big, and then you have the engineers beside you to give you some input about you want to do the design like this, then you need to think that there should be something in the structure, some bracing here. And then suddenly I feel much more comfortable. And then I said, okay, then I'm going to go bigger. I'm going to do something bigger. So I think the relation or to be working as a team with the engineer and architect, I think for the design is good. No? We shouldn't put that boundary and say that we are architects, then they are engineers. Because it not back a little bit to your the idea of your country, no? This is one ethnic, this is another ethnic, and then we fight to each other. No?
Yeah, the separation just
So it should be working as a team.
Yeah, that I think
Okay,
that is the idea
further.
we are missing to work as a team, and then and I think that is the politics about a team. It's like even like if you look at the sports, like we can gain the
Thank you so much for remember. We just know the World Cup. The World Cup has been a good sample about how Spain and how to work as a team.
Yeah, as a team,
you can go very far.
Yes, and
thank you so much
for the Spain too. It's like we like even in the SEA Games, like we win medals, like for the individual sports, like chess or some other, like just do by yourself alone. Always lose in a team, like football, whatever it is, you have to play in team. Yeah, we never win. So it's like I think that is the idea that they do for they put it into the people, not to work as a team. You mean like team means stronger, like diverse ideas. But if the team can work together, mean like the capacity is like no one can catch it up. So that's what they don't want us to do. The team culture is gone. So it's
actually that is I mean I have seen this cinema in the history of my own country that we also suffered a civil war, and then slowly putting the people to work together is the way that you start to do easy integration, no? And then everybody can understand that values as working together in order to build up the things, no? And then if you are just dividing, separating the society, then you are fully stuck, no? And then it's the moment that you can conquer, no? The Roman people were saying that you just dividing, no? You go to one imperium, to one place, you just divide the people, and it's the way to win, no? Because the people will be fragmented, and then never will be one idea, no? That they can build up. So that's why to work as a team, to integrate, and then you can achieve and move forward. No? Will you be a politician in your country? No? This thing?
No, I have no passion for that thing.
No?
Yeah, no passion. But I just like study on those things because I want to know how it works. Just that. It's just for my knowledge.
Wow. One thing that Ye Yint has a lot of passion is in architecture, in thinking architecture. And then I would like to go to that point, no? How do you... Last year, we did a kind of competition, no, with the work.
Yes.
Okay, and then your drawings were really outstanding. And then we use as a reference, no, for the people to get motivated, no, to draw architecture. And then we asked you, Ye Yint, can you explain to your colleagues, no, the students, no, beside you, no, your friends. What do you do to make this drawing happen? Do you remember your answer? What did you tell? What is the thing
that day
what did you do?
just sit and draw.
Just sitting and draw, sitting and draw. No? So that is the key thing, just to sit and draw, to make good architecture, because your assignment was really outstanding. Is this the way?
Yeah, that is one of the way, but it's
Working
like,
hard.
yeah, it's more like working hard on that. It's like, I mean, like sit and draw means like just take a bit of more time on your drawings, on your walks, so it will be like more outstanding than the other people, because like you can just notice the drawing if we put them together. It's like which one is more efforts on these drawings, just by look, and you can understand it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So now you are capable to see two drawings, and then you can say this one, there are here a lot of working hours, there are no working hours. You capable to see that?
Yes.
The differences?
Yeah.
It's very good. That's very good, because that you are already in the level, no, to see that if you really want to have a good project, you need to put there working hours. There are no working hours. I mean, there is no idea, no, that I have not the concept, I don't have the motivation, I don't have anything. Then if you don't put working hours, it's impossible to have a good project in architecture.
Yes, that's correct.
This is something that I talk to the students, and it's very difficult to explain this thing to the students. No, you put the assignment. You put one assignment. No,
Yeah.
Guys, you need to do this project. Then in the assignment is you need to understand that, let's say that to do this assignment, to have a good grade, no, not to have a good grade, to have a good level in the assignment, maybe you need 1,000 hours. I believe that it's impossible to do a very good job, a very good assignment, if you put only 100 hours, because the minimum is 1,000. If you don't achieve something close to 1,000, okay, you should be super talented, that with only 50 or 100 hours, that's enough. Do you agree with that, or how you can explain this thing to the people that is listen to you?
I think it's like 41,000 hour work and to achieve in 100 hour. Yeah, maybe you are super talented, or maybe you have some kind of cheat code for that. Personally, what I think is like is impossible, because like it is supposed to be 1,000 hour work. I mean, like, yeah, you should have at least like 600, 700, or 800 to achieve that minimum quality. And what I think is like the drawings. The drawing is like what we can learn is like from the books. That's what I usually like take a look, and then try to mimic it. Like try not like purely copy, but it's like how they built or how they draw this part, and how can I adjust it and then reinstall it on my drawings. Because like mostly it's similar things, because like there's maybe like the light fixture, the ceiling parts, like how the installations is drawn. You can look at from the example drawings. That's super good, and then you try to mimic it, and then you install it in your drawings, and your drawing is becomes super drawing. And another thing is like I noticed it like from what you said in the class, like during the design class. That's really like give me an idea of the walking. It's not about like motivation. Like motivation is just maybe like it only lasts like 5 minutes or 3 minutes, but the discipline, yeah, you give the advice like to me and my friend Shine, that's like walk from like 9 to 6. I just set up a time, and then after 6 you got your free time. That is like, I think it's the best advice.
It's the best. It's the best.
Yeah.
That is something that I learned how to do this thing at the end of when I was studying, no? And then you need to understand that at the end architecture is another job. So it's to work from 9 to 6, very intense, very professional, the best that you can. And after 6 o'clock, you just close down, and then you have your own life. No need to be sleepless, no, without sleeping, drinking coffee, to be overnight working, because at the end that one maybe you can do 5 days in a row, no? But if your lifestyle is just to be sleepless, drinking coffee because you need to work hard every night, then you become a zombie, no? After, so it's better 9 to 6, 9 to 6, okay, working, deliver, okay, and have that discipline, and have also, this is very important, to have your free time for you, to read books, to do a sport like sign. So yeah, good. I'm glad at least you listen.
That's
because you get a quite successful grade.
Yeah, I was like that time, like when I first heard your advice, is like quite against, I was like, why I'm not in the office yet, right? Or why do I have to walk like that? That's what I think of it. But that discipline is something important. It's more than your talents and more than your motivations or passions. It's like that is the one that leads to you to get the good walks. I won't say the good grades, but the good walks.
I think this thing, once that you get that discipline, you also build your confidence, no? So it's boost your confidence, because you know that every day you are doing something, you are producing, you are delivering something. So you know that at the end of the week, you are going to have job.
Yes.
It can be good, can be better, okay, but you are going to have something. No? It's very sad, no, when students come to you and then 1 week pass, 2 weeks pass, and there is no jobs. Then you ask, and then, oh, I still thinking in my concept. I cannot talk because I don't have the concept.
Yeah.
If you don't work, if you don't sit and draw and produce something, it's very difficult to have something.
Yes.
So because if not, you're working all the time what you have in mind.
Yeah.
You're talking something interesting also, that is to check books. To check book, learn from the books. No?
Yes.
Actually, there is one story there in Talawando that he said that he was very poor and then he saved money, okay, to buy one book of Le Corbusier that he saw in one shop. And then when he saved all that money, then he went to buy the book. For that reason, he studied architecture. I mean, he didn't study architecture. I mean, we need to check that part of the history. And then he became architect because of that, no? Because he saw the book and then he just want to save money to buy that book and learn from the book, no? You learn from the book. Shine all the time said that you read a lot of books. You are always with books. So which book one student from architecture should read, or how to learn? Which one they should use? Or anything?
I like what I read is like actually before I came here, like during the COVID times, I have a lot of free times, so I just find some books like that's like, because like that time I'm still studying architecture in my country too. Like I just finished my first year, so I was like, yeah, I should prepare for the next year. So I trying to read like usually the Francis D. Kitcheng books, because like those books are easy to understand for the beginner levels, and he have like different types, like about the architecture forms and theories, and also for the history, and then there's like the construction illustrations too. like all of those like quite how can I say that it's quite good drawings inside too. Yeah, so it's like from that you can learn more about the construction. I think mostly what I heard is like people struggling in the construction class.
The construction.
Also, yeah, also like I heard from some of my juniors like yesterday too. Yeah, they was like they can do some of the design class like the forms and whatever it is, but when it's combined to the construction, they start to struggle. And I was gonna say like, yeah, it's gonna struggle, but the thing is like you have to read more. But because architecture books like mostly drawings, you read the drawing, it's not like as boring as like reading a lot of text. So I think it's more fun to read those
It's
drawings.
important to know how to read drawings. Huh?
Yes.
How to explain that concept? Can you explain this concept to your junior? Because one thing is to read the book, right? You have the test. Then another thing is to read the drawing. If you know how to read the drawing, you know how to interpret the drawing, then you are capable to design because you are capable to read drawings. No?
Yes.
You don't know how to read, you don't know how to write. So in architecture is something like this. No?
Yeah,
You are not capable to read and understand the drawings, how you are going to do design.
Yes. I think for also that part, I would recommend that DK Chang too, because like it's for the illustrations are easy for the beginners to understand. Yeah. So from that understanding, you can read more complex drawings because like with the text explanation of these drawings, I mean like if you are a new student, like you're not gonna understand these representations like the hatching, the patterns, and you're not gonna. Some people like even ask like why are we, and they also have problems with the even with the line weights things like they don't really know why we need to do that. But this is more like that's how we communicate as the architects instead of like talking, and we just with the drawings that we can communicate.
What is the because when we put here one assignment of architecture, right, there is one part that is the design, right? Another part is the development, no? And another part is the construction, no? The materiality, no? How are you in each phases? Are you interested equally in three of them, or you see that you are stronger in maybe in design or in development or in construction materiality? You see that you can cover three of them.
Like for the design studio.
Yeah, I mean in the design, because now you are talking now about the books, okay? And then you are focusing more in books that are related to construction, to execution, no? For the technical perspective, right? Okay, so that's mean that this is your strength. Are you more related to the development, construction part, or not design, conceptual, or how do you see yourself? But let's say that at the end, any project has the design concept, development, and the construction and materiality, no? The final things, no? The final details. You comfortable working at the three phases?
Yeah, I am comfortable with that. Yeah, it's like can oversee all the three phases. Yeah.
So then, can you explain a kind of sequence about how you think architecture, how you come up with that concept? What is the things that you look? Okay, then how do you do that? To do that drawings, and then later on to make the construction and materiality. Because the way that you think architecture, by seeing maybe you can show us some of your assignment, no?
Yes.
It's very peculiar, no? So that's the reason, no, to invite you here to talk about the way that you think. So can you explain the way that you think architecture, or you don't want to share?
Maybe we talk with a project.
Okay. Which project do you want to show us?
Let's say we talk about this one, the high-rise project we did for last year.
Okay. It's called, what is the name of this project? How we call it? Stranger Things. Now we are going to see Stranger Things, like the TV show in Netflix.
Yeah.
We are going to see Stranger Things.
So how can I show?
You can show here in the camera. You can put the iPad closer.
All right.
Okay. And
Okay,
then
this is the high-rise project we did.
maybe you can show that image, no? That is a little bit the first image. Is the one that we can see a kind of outcome, no?
Yeah.
It's a high-rise building, no, in the city center. Well, not the city center, in Asok. No?
Yeah, it's in
Last
Asok.
year it was working in Asok. Okay, and then you come here with a kind of blocks. What is this? That these Stranger Things. You need to sell now your project, Kyaw Ye YINT.
I mean the development part.
Yeah.
To say, right. So for like this project,
how you come up with this idea and why the building is so strange?
Like I think it just started with like one simple idea. That's what we seeking for, is like some strong issues, one issues that we focus on, and then we trying to seek the solutions for that thing. I think that is one of the fun part of the project, because like it's about problem solving. So it's like I kind of
So you're saying that you think in issues and problems,
yes,
and then you try to give solutions
yes,
individually to each problem, or one solution that can give solution to all the problems? Yeah, and interesting to know how you think. Huh?
I think it should be
problem one, solution one. Problem two, solution two.
Yeah.
Problem three, solution three. So then, how with solution one plus solution two plus solution three, you can make a building? How?
For that, I think you have to find the how can I say, the overlapping point of those solutions. It's not like maybe sometimes the problem one need a stronger solution than the problem two, and problem three maybe a bit less solution. So like you try to adjust. It's more like a volume, like from 0 to 100. Like you trying to see the balance which would be, and then for three of those things, and you try to combine it. So it's like maybe like there can be something that collide with these solutions, something outer conceptual ideas that can collide, or just trying to develop from these solutions to become a building.
So that means that with this, the combination of these three solutions, that maybe solution one is much more important or stronger than solution two, you can create a concept from there.
Yes.
And then solution 1, 2, 3, let's say that is 5. The concept is not 5. The concept is something else. It's not number 5. Yeah?
Yes, it's not number 5.
No, it's something. But you observe solution 1, 2, and 3, and then create something that can talk about solution 1, 2, 3 together.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So it became like magic. You become a magician here.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Is this the way that you think? Sure?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
that's what I think. But there are maybe some other ways for that kind of approach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then from that things, then you start to produce your architecture. You know already how to make the plans, section, and elevations, or you give a try, then you have errors, then you need to improve, you need to fix things, and then we back again, and then we talk again, and then slowly we do bigger, or how?
Yes, I think it's impossible. Like you one sketch and then it's, let's say it's a fake thing.
It's a fake thing.
Yeah, if you can do like that, then maybe someone's lying. Yeah, it's about the progress,
It's
the
about
progress and process. Because like what I believe is like this discipline, the architecture itself is about the iterations. Is about repeat, find the better solutions until the deadline. The deadline is the one that stop you. That this is where we should go.
I see.
So it's like during the projects, like you create one plan, trying to analyze on that, like find the advantages, disadvantage, good and bad points, and then you try to fix. Yeah, but also like fix, but maybe the concept, the whole idea of your project is more like a boundary. So you fix within that boundary, not also like going out of the boundary. So from that, and then you fix and you produce again, and then you analyze it again, and then you fix again.
And that is the thing that you are doing, that is an iterative process, no? Because you are doing one and one again, and then the project look like more complex, no?
Yeah.
This project that you show us here is like, it's well, this one was one of the first images, no? But it's in one of these process iterative moment, no? That is already in this stage. But when you are saying that you do one sketch and then you redo it and redo it and redo it, that first idea is something very complex, or is a very simple idea, and the first one when you start?
The first one is very simple, a simple one, because I think human brain is like should start from like something simple, and then you just trying to develop more and more. So it's like piles of walks, and then it start to be complex. Maybe like someone who come and look you in the middle of the process, they're gonna see like, oh, it's so complex. But when you explain with the sequence, then it's gonna be like, oh, it's come from like this. It's simple.
Very interesting.
Yeah, that's.
So then, if you need to talk to the juniors, no? Would you say that the recommendation is to start with something simple first, and at least you have something simple first, and then later on, with iterations, no, and coming again and again, then the things become more complex, and then we can come and finish with these complexity things?
Yes.
You recommend it that way?
Yes. Yeah? Yes, I recommend, because like what I learned is like let's say like there are like some famous sayings on those things, like there's like only 5 musical notes, but the combination of them can be produced like thousands or maybe millions of combinations on those notes. This is just mathematically. So it's similarly it's the same thing. You started from simple thing, maybe like just 2 boxes, but 2 boxes in terms of different orientation, different placement, or maybe like there's so many operations like interlock, overlap, like those kind of things can produce like complexity and also the varieties too. So yeah, it start from the simple, and then through the process it become complex. It's not like you start with something magical.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And then the team, by listen to you, no? By listening to you, we have architecture. We have this discussion between architecture, engineering, right? So, how do you see this architecture? Do you see that is something very technical, or is something very artistic, or is more business orientated? How do you see all this process that you are talking about? Something very technical, or something artistic, or what is
for this project as the example?
We are using this sample to talk about your thinking, right? But when you are thinking and then you are explaining this, it looks like you have your idea, no, your pattern. Like it's more like scientific, no, that you have a pattern. Okay, it's something very technical, no. So it's architecture is about technique, or is about art. It's more artistic. It's more technical knowledge. What we are talking, or how do you see this? You see one painting, you see art.
Yes.
Then when you look to architecture, what do you see? You see construction. You see a structure. You see, what do you see? I'm interested to know your opinion. You get my question?
Yes, I got it. I have my
Because,
my own standpoint on that thing, because like my standpoint is like it's a bridge. It's not one-sided. It's not purely art. It's not purely engineering. It's a bridge between that two things. That's what I see the architecture. So it should have art, and it also should have the thinkings of the scientific, the logic of constructions, and also part of the business too. Like this, like if we take example for this project, like I trying to balance it, also trying to create something artistic from some point of view. That's how you perceive the buildings inside, and also make it possible to build. That means like you logically things and prove yourself, like, okay, these structures can be usable, this structure is possible to build, and also have the how do we say that, the constraints that we have to play with, like laws and the business part, the buildability, sellability, those kind of things also should be included. So that's why what I said, like the meaning of architect itself is the chief builder. He have to think overall of it, like integrates different parts.
Yeah, I got it. But you won't say that it's 50% art, 50% technique. Depends on the project.
I think it's not the project. It depends on the architect, maybe their standpoint. It's more like that slider from 0 to 100. You a bit more on artistic or a bit more on the construction side. I think there's no right or wrong in that thing.
Definitely.
Yes. So it's like you find your let's say
direction, your approach.
Your own character.
Sí. There was another things that we did together, that is some drawings that you do produce for facade design, no?
Yes.
And then we did one assignment there that is for me, guys, to prove that the line weight, no, when the students are plotting, right, printing out the drawings, no one cared about the line weight. A lot of students put a lot of working hours in the drawings, and then later on when they print out just only 2-3 hours to adjust the line weight, and then the drawing became a disaster. No? So then the last year, to prove that, I remember that I took a very famous building, no, of famous architects, and then all the students, there were like 15 students, something around that. Then they draw the same drawing.
Yes.
And then the assignment was to draw it exactly as per the drawing is on the magazine, and try to print out with the same quality to make it exactly like in the magazine. That it was super fantastic drawing. No?
Yes.
And then we put the 15 drawings on the table, and I remember that I asked both to which drawing is better. No?
Yes.
If I'm not wrong, everybody choose your drawing, no?
Yes.
But we could see that everybody draw exactly the same thing.
Yeah, the same building, the same section.
Totally exactly the same thing, the same information. But the drawings, there was, when you guys print out, there was huge differences, and everybody choose your drawing, no, your drawing and your printout, no, the quality of your printout. No?
Yes.
So what happened there? Can you explain how important is the the line weight also, not only just to draw? Did you
Yeah.
learn something by doing that exercise?
Yeah, I think that exercise is a lot helpful.
Yeah.
I think it's like
We have here, actually, we have here the sample, okay? We took this building of Herzog and de Meuron, right? Okay, the Prada shop in
Prada shop
Tokyo,
in Tokyo.
and then all of them need to draw the plan and the section, okay? And the drawing of Ye Yint become really impressive because the printout, the line weight that he chooses was really professional, become like the same drawing, no, of the architect. So then he could understand basically to draw everything, no, in architecture, no, the construction, no, the false ceiling, the piping, no, the facade, okay. Later on to make it with a good quality, no, when he select the line weight, no. So good exercise. You recommended this thing to?
Yeah, I highly recommend it. This is more like usually we busy with the studio projects all the time, but this is more I feel it's more like a retreat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't see it as a stressful exercise. I see it's like maybe myself like love to draw, so it's like I just sit and observe the existing drawing that they did, and then try to draw and try to adjust my line weights, and also like printing out. Printing out part is very important because like you need to test it.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes like the line weight in the PDF looks fine, but when you print it out, it's a disaster. So it's like trying to do that and then adjust, and you got a set of like which one should be what line weight, and then you can repeatedly use for the other projects too. So that is quite helpful from that.
I saw that once that you do this exercise, plus another one that we will see later on, you become like very confident, no, on producing drawings, no? Because after that you were one of the first students that start to come to explain the project in the design studio at this level, no? So then you pass this knowledge to your plan, section, and elevation of your own design,
Yes.
and your drawings become very impressive, no? So it's good to learn from the master, no, for the good architects.
Yes. Yes.
You did later on. You did another drawings, no? That is the one I put in the orientation, no? This one, right?
This one, yes.
You want to tell something about this drawing?
Yeah, this.
Maybe you show in the camera. What is this project?
This project is
because you choose this project, right?
It's the Qatar National Museum.
Yeah. It's the museum, the National Museum of Qatar, no? By Jean Nouvel.
Yeah,
no?
by Jean Nouvel.
What do you do here?
I think this one also the part of that class, that the exercise. So it's like I have been doing like similarly projects above, so I want to challenge myself in terms of the drawings, and also like want to know how they can do these things, the structure, the overlapping things.
Yes, David, can you share this photo in the screen, because the building is quite crazy.
Yes, the building is quite crazy.
So has this structure, right?
Yeah, how they can do that. So I have to find it and draw it by myself, because like there is no direct reference, or the section drawing they provided in they uploaded in the internet. So I check out the construction pictures, that how they build and how they do the framings. So from that construction pictures, I try to sketch it out and then try to develop it into these drawings.
So then you try to, I mean, you were learning, no, by seeing that construction picture that you saw,
Yeah.
the internet, and then you come with kind of solution quite close to the reality, no?
Yes. It's more like a reverse
Mm.
from the existing construction and try to imagine it and then and reproduce the drawings.
So it's like a reverse engineering, no? The reverse
Yes.
design, right?
Yes.
It's like you are in the design class, then you design from the top, and then you go to the details, right?
Yes.
So you go from the top to the bottom, and then in the bottom you have a lot of information, right?
Yes.
It's the way that you are saying, no? That you
Yes.
think. That is for the design class, no? So it's like a pyramid.
Yes.
We start with the first idea, no? Oh, Jan, I don't have the concept. Okay, then you start with the concept, and then you go down and develop plan, section, elevations, perspective, construction, structure, no? Details, okay? And then here, the things that you are saying is like you learn by observing details done by others.
Yes.
And when you are learning that fundamentals, then you go up and then you can think architecture in a different way
Yes.
than before because you are learning from the good samples.
Yes.
Yeah? Is
Yes.
that the thing
Yes.
what you are saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because like what I see the problems that in the design studios, sometimes we came up with maybe like cool things, cool concept or a cool form, but from that to this level, we stuck because we don't know how to make this possible.
Correct.
And this is what it needs. This is more like reading books, read the buildings, and try to understand how it makes. So this lower part is what we lack. So what we try to fill it in by reading, and then now is like, oh, this building is built like that. So this is a similar technology or the construction method that I can use for this part.
Correct.
And then you can align with your project. Yeah.
Yeah, it's reverse engineering, no? Yeah.
Yes.
Very, very clear, no? That pattern, no? Because I believe once that you get this, did you design your own construction detail or not? Were you capable to design in the? Because I believe that by having this thing, later you develop your construction detail for your own design, right?
Yes.
By using this thing, no?
Yes.
So then, can you explain that detail? No, you were showing us this high-rise building, right?
Yes. Yes.
Then the high-rise building, there is a moment that you need to design the facade, right?
Yes.
Then this drawing you translate into the section drawing, no?
Yes.
Plan drawing, right? And then later on you go to the construction detail of the facade, no? So then let's go to see the intermediate, no? We have the concept, that is the image that you showed us before, okay? Then we have the development, no? Do you have any section or something that we can see?
Yes.
That can show us?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is more like
that is the section. Actually, the high-rise buildings is like this, right? So
Yes.
then let's go to see a little bit how is that section, no? That is something. This is the things that how the Bangkok with this diagonal finish the building, right?
Yes.
And then this is the this is the podium, no? That is the part, no? The part that is here, and then the basement, no?
Yes.
So then this one is the development drawing, no?
Yes.
Okay, of the section.
Yeah. So from that to
so then that drawing show different line weights, no? Different thickness, different elements of the facade, okay? And then you can come and think in this way, no? You share this drawing.
And to the more details of the project. It's like the facade part is like how it's installed and how it's going to be built.
So then we can see here, no, all the different elements, all the construction elements with different thickness, different line weight, and make the drawing to look like complex. But all the idea is very simple.
Yes.
Okay.
Very simple.
But very look very professional. No?
Yes.
Okay. Then you have here one detail that I like a lot. No? Can you explain about the composition of this slide, that you have the section, then you have the facade drawing, and then you have the perspective? Can you tell something about that?
Yeah, so this
is one slide, no?
Yes.
Or one drawing, one A3, A2, whatever we want to print out, right?
So
and then how is this composition?
This composition is like a comparison that we can relate the detailed drawings, and the middle one is the elevation of how is details going to be look like in the elevations, and also a comparison to the perspective view outside. So that is like not only just the drawings, but people can relate it how it's going to be seen.
Yeah. So it's like the thing that Ye YINT is doing is to put in the same slide the section, to see the construction, then the same elevation drawing related, so the lines are related, to the one in the section, and then later on the perspective to see how is the materiality of that project, So then we have section related with the same line in the same height with the elevation, the facade, and then the perspective. Then the drawings become really clear, to explain that,
Yes.
Did you enjoy this process, this project?
Yeah, quite enjoying this project. Yes.
Ye YINT, has been a pleasure to talk to you. Would you like to say something else that maybe you would like to talk? Any things that you want to tell to your juniors? Okay, so now then I'm going to do something. Okay, I'm going to leave you here alone with the camera. Okay, this is the microphone. Then you give the tips to your junior. So you talk alone. I will be leaving, and then we finish. Okay. So a pleasure. Thank you so much for having you here. Okay.
Thank you.
So please, this is your camera. Okay. We are going to put here closer. Okay. Then this is you. Okay. And now you are going to talk to your juniors. So then you can explain. You can say whatever you want. Okay.
Okay.
Then you talk any tips or anything. Okay. All for you. Thank you. That is the way that you guys said thank you, in Burmese.
Jesu Temale. Yes. So maybe like we can just use this high-rise project as to be the reference for this project. So this one, the visualization, the first part. So it's like let's see the developments of the project. So because like the site itself is located in the Asok area, so this is where is located. It's next to the Terminal 21, and so what we have to consider is like we trying to find one strong issues that we can work on. Why we say one? Because like this is a studio project and we want it to be really focused on the one. So what I see from my research from this project is like there are so many high rises around this area, and what I see is like these buildings are isolated, and then they only serve for the people above, and then they only stacked it. So this part is what I see as the main issues. So it's like what we can think of as a solution is like how we can reduce the stackings and the isolations, and how we can um, bring the sense of community back into these high-rise buildings. So for that, I try to start not with those things first, but I try to imagine this whole project as like these starting models as the let's say it's more like a three-dimensional sketch. So from that, I try to implement the ideas like how can I bring the connection between the public and also the create a sense of community for the people living in the high rise. So as you can see in these things, it's like what I try to do is like trying to um, chop the chunk of the buildings, and also try to do the zigzags and then the connection inside the buildings. But what I see is like this is not enough. That's this approach. So from this first approach is like uh, it doesn't mean like I need to throw away all of these ideas, but I try to start from this idea, and then I try to do the next approach. It's like in this case, the first one is like is the maximum buildable areas. That's what we're trying to do from the law. That's what one of the constraints that you have to consider. And from this development, what I try to play with is like how can I can also achieve the maximum buildable areas, and also can create the the community spaces in between these. So this is that's how I came up to this idea. It's just start from the simple play with the geometry, and then from this it's created the complexity. So once you got the the form, but also it's like all of these things is not happening one by one. These things and the programs and also the structural thinking have to be think together. Yeah, and also of course like these finally that's it's developed it into these plans and the section drawings. So the tip is like if you want to create these kind of things, I think a lot of juniors gonna need is like in terms of the softwares. Um, Maybe some people gonna use the Revit, and that's a good choice. So, but for me personally, I use the Rhino. It's just my personal reference, but it's like it's whatever the software you use. The thing is like you have to combine with your knowledge on the constructions. and and for me I highly recommend because like highly recommend for the juniors to use the Revit or the Rhino instead of like using with the AutoCADs, because the the abilities, the capacities that it can do is a lot different. If you are doing a high-rise project like this, is time is very important. And what else can we say? And and also like the um, oh, and also what I want to say is like try how to use the AI for your benefit too, because this is a very powerful tool and you need to adapt to it. It's not like AI overtaking you, but you use the AI for your project, and it is very helpful in the reading parts too, because like it can help you summarize a lot of things in a few seconds. And the most important tips is going to be the time management, and then the discipline. Like I said, that's what the my professor says is uh, like from nine to 6, or maybe 8 to 5. That is the, I think, the most wisest thing uh, to do, because like I personally, like I also didn't do that before. Like during the third year, second year, I have struggles like doing the projects overnight. But you try to discipline yourself, and if you do it, it's possible. Because like if you are doing like a high-rise project like we did last year, the time is very important because the project is large, and the production times, and you need to do drawings, renderings, and 3D perspectives. There's a lot of things, and it's not just a house, it's a big project. And one, and there is one thing is like when you're doing the design, the most important part is like the decision that you take is like do not hesitate on the decisions, and do not overthink. You have to think but not overthink. And then and the most important part is like I learned from my mistake is like don't be an OCD or like too much perfectionist. That is also like taking your time a lot, because when you do the project you have to think of the overall, and then you start to fill in those details what you need to do. So I think that's it, the advice. It's going to be useful for your coming years, especially fourth year is like a lot challenging for some of the people. That's, yeah, I think, yeah, that's, thank you.
Thank you so much, Ian.